So, what would you consider a successfully coached individual, or rather, what would you consider a job well done?
A successfully coached individual is somebody who is willing to take advice and then do the work that's needed. Right. I think of the definition of insanity when most people are looking for changes, right, and to do something different. The definition insanity being as you do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Okay, well that's nuts. That's crazy, right? So if you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again, uh, you're not going to get any different results. So from a coaching perspective, I'm saying, okay, first of all, stop. Let's stop doing that, right? And let's do three things. First of all, let's figure out what you want to be doing, right? And we agree on that. So, and this is kind of straightforward and simple. But we start with what is you want to be doing. Yeah, I could see you doing that. We work through it and we identify that's our goal, right? That's what we want to be doing. Then it's out there, right? The second is a well coached or somebody who's achieving this has said, okay, now I'm going to do the work. You've got me out of my banging the head against the wall rut, right? And so now I'm going to do the real work that's necessary. And sometimes that's a lot of work, right? We talked about getting a certificate or something, or learning how to interview. If you're not a good interview, if you're not interviewing well, you need to learn how to interview, and that's work because you have to shift your way of thinking, right? Certainly, in the past, it hasn't worked well for you, so I'm going to teach you how to do that. Or finding jobs, we do something a little bit different. So the first is we identify. Actually, first, stop banging your head against the wall, expecting it to, suddenly stop hurting.
Sure.
Yeah. Second, we identify together what that goal is, that career end result is. Third, you've done the work, which is really that's probably the biggest part right there. And then you know what the fourth part is? You got your career. You've done the work. We have identified what it was. You've done the work, and a successfully coached person now has a career, and they say, "Wow, Floyd, thanks. That was fantastic. I'm so happy." Um, that's all I could ask for.